Up to this point, we've put the steps in place to ensure that you get great quality water at your tank. Now the next step is focused on the tank area itself to make sure that that water stays clean and fit for purpose. Unwelcome intruders such as animals, insects, sunlight, and even stormwater or groundwater should be kept out, as they can contaminate your rainwater supply and they can exacerbate any harmful activity hidden inside your tank and your pipes. More specifically, you'll need to make sure that you secure the entry and exit points of the system, as well as any other openings, to keep any potential contaminants out. At your inlet, the first port of call is to keep leaves and pests from entering your tank. Tank screens are an effective tool that use a fine mesh screen, and they provide an additional layer of filtration to keep contaminants out. So the less organic matter that enters your tank, the better quality the water is going to be. Keeping the mesh under 1 millimetre is really key, because that's going to keep out mosquitoes. However, you can use an even finer mesh to eliminate smaller hazards such as dust and silt from entering your tank. Next, you'll need to consider options to limit the chance of algae growing. Algae needs sunlight and organic matter to grow. While tank screens are effective with dealing with organic matter, keeping the leaves out, a solar shield or tank cover helps to block the light out to protect your water supply. There's a variety of different options that can be mounted underneath tank screens or placed over the top. Once the inlet is secure, it's time to shift our focus to the overflow of your tank. The goal remains the same: ensure your tank's protected from pests and debris. Mosquito-proof screens have been specifically designed to keep out mosquitoes and other pests. It's crucial to have one mounted on the overflow pipe of your tank, whether it's directly at the tank or maybe further down the line where it can be easily accessed. Just make sure that you've got the ability to access it so that you can clean it periodically, and that's going to help to prevent any build-up of biofilm or any really small debris which can eventually creep into the system. When you're setting the system up, you need to ensure that the overflow has got the ability to handle the same flow rate of water as the pipes entering the tank. So this means that the overflow has to be the same size or maybe even greater than the inlet, so you're never in a situation where there's more water coming into the tank than it can get out. This means that the overflow is always going to flow effectively during a heavy rainfall event. If you're connected to municipal stormwater, it's important to safeguard your tank from backflow, which might occur in a stormwater system. During a heavy rainfall event, sometimes water can back up in the stormwater lines in the street, and that might have the ability to flow backwards towards your property, towards your tank, and contaminate your water supply if it's got the opportunity to flow in. To prevent this, it's recommended that you install an air gap, which is pretty much just a physical break in that overflow pipe so that it's impossible for stormwater to backflow into the tank. It's instead going to flow out of that gap to make sure it doesn't get in. Securing the water stored in your tank to prevent and limit hidden activity is central to achieving a high quality water supply. By taking these steps to prevent animals, insects and sunlight from entering your tank, you can ensure that you've got a steady supply of clean water to fulfill your needs.